Yo, what up, man? We gotta talk about what happened this weekend at New York in the fight between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach. It, I just cannot believe what just happened, man. The fact that Lamont Roach got robbed clear as day. I'm telling you right now, he got robbed clear as day. Just the I had him winning, even without that knockdown that they didn't even manage to count. That they didn't. How couldn't that? That was a clear knockdown. I just cannot believe that they did that to Lamont Roach. Tank literally got himself a breather. He got himself out of one, bro, because he clearly lost that fight. He got outboxed. He clearly got outboxed. He wasn't. Obviously, he loses the first couple of rounds because he's a slow starter. But he never, he never started. He never, moved through the gears. There was occasions where he just he occasionally landed some stuff, but Lamont Roach was taking it well. The punches that did land Lamont Roach, he managed to actually, take him pretty well. He took him pretty well. And then most of the other shots, he managed to just dodge and block and just pretty much, did his thing. He was focused and he managed to stop Gervonta Davis' offense, whatever he had, because he wasn't really throwing that much. Gervonta Tank Davis was mainly the one on the back foot throughout the fight. He's normally the one pushing forward and the aggressor, but throughout this fight, he was the one going. He was pretty much pulling a Shakur Stevenson impression, dog. He was literally pulling a Shakur Stevenson impression. But obviously, people don't boo Gervonta Davis for some reason, because he's Davis, because he's Tank. But he clearly was doing his best impression of Shakur Stevenson. And then when he tried to go with it and use some of his physical size, he wasn't able to, outpower Roach in that aspect. Everybody thought Gervonta Davis was going to clip. But in reality, Roach was the one that staggered Gervonta Tank Davis a couple of times, man. I think 2 or 3 times he managed to hurt him, to make him stumble. And he wasn't playing Gervonta Davis's game. He wasn't letting Gervonta Davis counter punch him, because he was letting Gervonta Davis go first. He was letting Gervonta Davis lead the dance, and he was the one being the counter puncher. He was counter punching Tank with some good shots, man. Some beautiful shots. And then the knockdown. That knockdown, bro. Gervonta Davis clearly took a knee. That already is something wrong right there. The fact that they didn't give that a knockdown. 2, he turned his back. He turned his back, man. That could have been a TKO right there. And 3rd, his corner kind of got in the ring. That's a DQ right there. And the fact that they cleaned his face, that's a DQ right there, man. And the fact that, the referee just gave him warning for that, it's just unbelievable, embarrassing, bro. This is what's killing the sport. This is what's literally killing the fucking sport with shit like this. I got so pissed and so angry, dog. The referee knew that his job was on the line. And he knew that was a knockdown, because he clearly started counting for it as it was a knockdown. He sent Roach to a corner and he started counting. But then he realized that his job was on the line. And once he realized his job was on the line, he decided to stop the count and give him a warning instead. Unbelievable. And that right there, that decision cost that fight. Because if they would have given that a knockdown, he Roach would have won that round 10-8, and he would have won in the scorecards. That would have changed the outcome of the scorecards, and that would have give Roach the W. And that decision, that pretty much cost Roach millions of dollars, because him coming off a victory of him defeating, being the first one to defeat Gervonta Davis, you know how much that adds to his stock? And he would have gotten more big opportunities, man. It's incredible. And he would have become a 2 division champion too. Because let's be real, if somebody else would have done that exact same shit that Gervonta Davis did, they would have done that, ruled that a knockdown, or they would have disqualified it, or they would have ruled it at a TKO. But they would have done something. But just because it's Gervonta Davis, he's a household name. He's the one that that brings in the crowd, that sells the arenas. This is ridiculous, man. This just takes a lot of credibility for boxing, man. There's a lot of credibility is lost, and this stains Gervonta Davis' legacy. Let's be real, it does. It stains his legacy, or whatever legacy he had. Because to be honest, in my opinion, he didn't have that much of a legacy. How could he have that big of a legacy when you could pick so many holes in his resume and in his achievements, bro? The fact that the reason why he's a world champion was not because he got in there and won it in a fight, it's because he was elevated. Because the champion moved on to a different division, so they elevated him as a world champion. It's incredible stuff. And when he won that belt at 140 on Mario Barrios, the full champion, the undisputed champion at that time, there was the undisputed champion at that time. And his name was Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor had all the belts at that time. So Mario Barrios had an interim, he had an interim belt. It wasn't even the actual champion of that weight class, man. So that was already another fake belt that you could add to his resume. I'm telling you, bro, you could pick so many holes in Gervonta Davis, career and legacy. So for me, whatever he had of a legacy is tarnished. He doesn't go into Hall of Fame, in my opinion, bro. No chance. He's out here dodging Shakur Stevenson for a reason, because of this. Because if he doesn't land, he's going to lose the fight. He even admitted it. His coach admitted it. The reason why they don't fight Shakur Stevenson was because of the way he fights. Because he fights so defensively that Gervonta Davis might not hit him, might not be able to catch him, and Shakur Stevenson is going to win him by rounds, by outboxing him. If Lamont Roach was able to do that to Gervonta Davis, Shakur Stevenson would have done it worse. Gervonta Davis is not that much of a high level. Let's be honest. There's a reason why he has been moving the way he's been moving, safely. But guess what? At some point, you're going to fight against... Sometimes, it's not going to go your way. And it did. It's better if Gervonta Davis would have lost to Shakur Stevenson better than losing to Lamont Roach. Let's be real here. It's worse losing to Lamont Roach. No offense to Lamont Roach, but I'm pretty sure Shakur Stevenson is a better overall boxer than Lamont Roach. And getting beaten by Shakur Stevenson, they'll be like, no, it's Shakur Stevenson. I understand. He's a pretty good boxer, defensive boxer. But getting beaten by Lamont Roach, who lost to Jamal Hearing, somebody that Shakur Stevenson beat the shit out of, come on, dog. Make it make sense. Keyshawn Davis, I'm pretty sure Keyshawn Davis will probably knock out Gervonta Davis. I'm telling you, bro, he's been moving like this, and now it's over. I'm pretty sure it's over. He's been exposed. The train has been derailed. Who else does he have to fight? Another fight with Lamont Roach? If he fights Lamont Roach again, I have my money on Lamont Roach. I think Lamont Roach has Gervonta Davis' game. I think he has his number. He's not afraid of Gervonta Davis. He's not afraid of his power. He knows how to fight him. He knows he has a good IQ. And let's be real, Gervonta Davis has been talking about retirement. And that is not even a good sign either. Him talking about retirement and him finally getting exposed. And he's 30, bro. Come on. And he ain't gonna fight the big dogs at 135, man. He's not gonna do it. So hopefully, the Boxing Association of New York, the commission, actually goes over there and changes that result, changes the result, the outcome of that fight, and give Lamont Roach that victory, and give Gervonta Davis the loss that he deserves. That's what he gets for not fighting the big dogs and for moving the way he's been moving, man. It was about to happen. And look, Lamont Roach, even in the press conference, he said that Tank Davis told him in the 11 and 12 round or 12 round that the judges weren't going to give him this fight. That they weren't going to give him the fight.
It was something funny. When we was talking in like the 12th round, I think the 12th or 11th, we was talking shit, right? But he like, you ain't gonna win. I said, shit, why not? What you talking about? He like, nah, ain't gonna give it to you. I was like, oh, is that right? So, you know, that's how boxing works. It's sad to say, you know, that's how boxing works. I'm not like totally upset. I figured with a superstar, you won't get too much on paper. But shit, I damn sure thought I had it. Especially when they announced the score for him. I was like, oh.
That's just crazy. The fact that Gervonta Davis already knew that no matter what Roach did, they weren't gonna give him the fight. It's crazy, man. He deserves that, man. He deserves he deserves that, man. And look, after making that big payday with Ryan Garcia, that 40 million that he pocketed, you think he's gonna have the desire to go fight harder fights? You know, after having 40 million in the bag plus all the other fights that he's made, bro. Compared to all the other fighters in his around his weight class, he is loaded in cash, man. So he's not gonna fight any of them. That Ryan Garcia fight and that big payday pretty much set this deal and sealed it for Davis, because now he ain't gonna fight the big dogs anymore. Because he doesn't need to fight, you know, because he's loaded with money. He said it so many times that he's not out here for legacy. He's out here for money. He stated it many, many times. That's what he's after. The money. He's not after the he's not after the championships. He's just after big money, and that's about it. And look, what a not a coincidence, but what an irony. What an irony that Gervonta Davis was saying was his reason why not fighting in Saudi was because they might, you know, rig them in a fight, you know. But look what happened here. They rigged it, but for him. Man, if I was a person that, if I was that one person that betted for Lamont Roach in the betting cards or in the betting, in the betting house or the betting house, whatever the fuck. If I was the one that went for Lamont Roach, oh man, for a decision win, wow. I must be fuming because that could have been a big payday, you know. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let me know, guys, what you think about this whole Gervonta Davis situation, man. In my opinion, robbed, rigged, hurts the sport, and they better do it right. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and peace.